Hi guys, this is Pestily and welcome to a Battlefield 2042 video. Today we are talking about the Hazard Zone and is it like Escape from Tarkov. So without further ado, let's crack straight into it. So straight up, no, not really. It's not. But what is it like? I would say it is a mixture between the game Scavengers and Hunt Showdown with Battlefield 2042 guns and themes. So the premise of the Hazard Zone is pretty much this. You go into a game with your 3 companions. So there's a group of 4 of you. You need to loot the data drives and then extract from the raid. There is 2 times you can extract, one being halfway through and then one being at the end. And if you extract, you get extra points for extracting, and then you can use that points and money to get better loadouts for your next game. If you die, you still get some points, but not all the points, and you lose whatever you're wearing. And it just keeps flowing on like that. I'll give a full breakdown of how the game works. So straight up, before the game even starts, you join a squad of 4 players. If you don't have a squad of 4 players, it will autofill you up to 4 players when you go in. Once you have your squad and you've loaded into the game, you'll get your opportunity to pick your loadout and which specialist you want to use. And you can spend your points on how you want to have your loadout. So if you want to have a specific gun, attachment, or different little gadgets and stuff, that is all up to you. And for example, you'll want to have a respawn beacon so you can bring in your teammates if they die, and you can spend your points on that. The guns, however, will have the same kind of loadouts as you do on your main playthrough, from what I could tell. So if you want to customize it in your main lobby before you go into Hazard Zone, and then when you get into the Hazard Zone, you'll be able to buy that gun and you'll get all the extra attachments that you had for that gun in the Hazard Zone. Once you've picked your loadout, you will deploy into the map, and then you'll be able to start the game. As you spawn in, it will show you a map of where all the data drives are on the map at the very start. Some will spawn in later on, but initially there will be fixed locations, and you'll see the threat of each area and how difficult it is with the AI around. One of the items you will be able to hold on to is a data drive scanner. It's like a telescope, and it just shows them up on the map. If a player is carrying a data drive, you will be able to scan them, and you'll be able to see them as they're running around with the data drive from a distance. So then you might be able to see someone moving from across the map. Even if you can't physically see them, you'll have the signature of the data drive moving along. Once you've deployed and you're on the ground, you'll have to make the decision on how you want to tackle the situation, from either charging straight after data drives, listening out for fights. You'll be able to see on the map red icons of people shooting, so you'll be able to charge down those fights and third party them, or you can literally just go hang out near data drives and camp them, ambush people that are heading over to them. There's 32 players that can spawn into it, so it's 8 different squads. No extra squads spawn in later on. It's literally whatever starts at the very beginning. However, they can recall their teammates if they do die. So if you are confident that the majority of the squads have been killed off, you can pretty freely move around the map. However, from my experience, that's not that easy. Generally, there'll still be always 1 or 2 squads left around to try and fight you as you head towards the extracts. Each player can hold on to 3 data drives. So if you have 4 players, you'll be able to hold on to a maximum of 8 data drives, and then you'll obviously get more points if you extract with them later on. You can call in vehicles to assist you. It has like a Gatling gun on the roof that just absolutely destroys, and it's pretty much the most effective way of being able to move around the map and also being able to destroy people as you go around. Ammunition is kind of hard to maintain. You do need to run around and pick up ammunition quite a lot. But if you bring around an ammo crate from one of your players, or you can use one of these vehicles, you don't really have to worry about ammunition too much. Now, once you are ready to extract, there are 2 times you can extract from the game. The first one is approximately 10 minutes into the game. You'll see the counter. It'll be E1. And you'll see where it is located on the map. There will be a distance meter on how far away the ship is, the helicopter that flies in. And then once it lands, it'll be there for about 30 seconds to a minute. You jump on and it flies away. There's about room for 1 squad in there. So I don't know if you could try and squeeze a second squad in there. Sure, but if it was, you'd all be shooting each other anyway. So you're fairly protected once you're inside it, but it is a very hot spot. The AI will come from everywhere, and they'll be just swarming you from every direction. It's a little bit overwhelming. I don't really like it. It kind of detracts from the PvP, because the first time we got to the extract, there was so much AI that we weren't sure what was going on, and we missed it. We didn't even get to the helicopter in time. The second time, there was so many AI between us and the plane, and there was another squad camping the actual plane where it was going to land. We just couldn't get to it. It was just so overwhelming. And then on our third attempt, we actually got there and extracted. So in saying that, if you get the opportunity to go to the first extract, I would highly recommend, if you have the data drives or a few already, just take it. You get the bonuses from extracting and you get extra bonuses from the multiple in a row. So I'd just recommend taking the first one if I was going to do it, because the extra benefits from risking it all for the biscuit for the second one also might be fun to do sometimes, I think, or maybe on your first, like survive, go for that one. But if you're on a bit of a streak, it gets really over the whelming top. Like there's so many things going on when it's the final extract. It's almost luck. There's not overly large amount of skill involved. It's luck because you don't know where it lands until there's about 3 to 4 minutes left. And if you're a little bit away from it on the map, like there's already going to be a squad closer and it's just too chaotic to try and get in there. It's coming down to luck, is how well the other team is, how good their position is, and how well you can push in to get onto that ship. My suggestion, if you are going to play this, is definitely look at going on the first one, at least until you get the rhythm of it. And it's quite simple. Once you're on the ship, timer runs out, it flies away, you have successfully extracted. After you get out of the match, you'll be awarded with points based on how many AI kills you get, player kills you get, and how many data drives you extract with. There are some extra little bonus points. I didn't really take too many notice on what they give, but once you have all those points, you can spend them on bolstering your loadouts, getting better like loadout setups and how you want to go into the next game. And that will make it a lot easier for you to be more successful in your next game. Also, depending on how many streaks of surviving you get, there is like a multiplier which reduces the cost on how much each of your items are when you go to purchase them on your second, third, fourth, fifth streak going through. So that is pretty much the premise on how the whole game works. But my thoughts is pretty much this. Overall, I think it's a fun but extremely punishing game. It's the easiest way to keep your squad up due to the time to kill is literally have one person sit back while the other 3 push forward. And if your 3 guys get knocked out and killed, then you've got that one guy at the back who can bug out, call in your squad back in, and then go again. We really did get into opportunities where we just got absolutely smashed so quickly by just either AI and players. The AI didn't really kill us, but they were distracting us long enough to get third partied by a player like squad. The jump on a team in this, it's just brutal. The time to kill is exactly like when you're playing Conquest and the other game modes. You just get destroyed really quickly. Even if you're an absolute wizard of movement, you're still going to get absolutely destroyed if you get caught out in the open. So there are some risk versus reward factors, which I do like, but it's nothing like games similar to Tarkov or even the Cycle, which is more of a, I guess, an easier version of Escape from Tarkov. It has a lot of similarities to Hunt Showdown, though, in the loadout aspect, which is quite fun. I do like the idea that it rolls onto it, but I don't see it being like enough of a driving factor to me to want to play this game a lot. It's a game mode that I'll be like, hey, I've got a few mates on, I can jump on, play some of the Hazard Zone, but then I'd probably go back to playing one of the other game modes within Battlefield, because I just don't feel like the Hazard Zone is rewarding enough to just wanting to constantly keep playing it. There's no end goal objective for me from it, so I just don't see what would be the driving factor from playing it after, say, a few days of messing about. Something that might work really well for this game mode is actually having it as like a free-to-play portion of Battlefield 2042. So you have, the rest of Battlefield 2042 Conquest mode and Portal and all that. Have that as like your normal, you pay to play that part of the game, and then you'll have the draw card of the Hazard Zone being a free-to-play, which might get people into buying the game or playing the game. I don't know, but I think it'd be a cool way to keep the game mode fresh and fun long term, and they could definitely develop on it. I thought I would make this video because I know there was a lot of people out there saying, oh, the Hazard Zone is going to be like Escape from Tarkov. I don't really think it's anything like Escape from Tarkov. At the most, it's got a few similarities to Hunt Showdown, but overall, it's fun. It was actually quite fun after I got the rhythm of figuring out how everything worked. It was actually quite fun. I just can't see myself wanting to play this game a lot, or at least the Hazard Zone a lot, just due to the fact that the progression system, whilst there would be an opportunity to progress and have better loadouts and stuff, I just can't see it like, wow, cool, I've got the 7 win streak. Now what? Maybe the little perks and all that unlocks is appealing to some people. It's just not enough for me anymore, but each their own. I'm just putting that all out there. This is my thoughts. Full disclosure, I was not paid to make this video. I was not paid to play in this gaming session. It was just a early access session for a heap of content creators and people in the industry to be able to play the game and get their thoughts on it. So I thought I'd put this video together because I know a lot of you guys were asking what my thoughts were on the Hazard Zone. So now you guys know. If you did like this video, make sure you like and comment for the YouTube algorithm, subscribe and notification bell to keep up to date with the latest content on my channel. And also, if you want to check out my live stream, go down the link below. Give me a follow over there. I do stream on Twitch pretty much every day of the week. So go over there, come say good day, ask me my questions. I will probably play this on stream a little bit just so you guys can get a little bit of footage of me playing it in real time and we can talk about it. So we'll leave that there. So lastly, guys, I'll see you next time.